Ladies, gentlemen, welcome back. And today we have a bit of Siege gameplay commentary. I was lucky enough to get into a Siege with a few other content creators. We had Temple Titan here, we had Mark of Guy. It was a really good time. We weren't in a group or anything, we just happened to get into the same Siege. And it ended up having such a fun sort of end push. They actually get us off. They take A very, very quickly, and and it was just felt really competitive up to one stage where suddenly our team sort of did what the Marmalades or the Roman Shields do with their second big smack, and yes, we suddenly just look like we're on the brink of losing, and then we just do that rally and just suddenly smack them with that second shield hit. As a metaphor for this. But yeah, so we are literally at the moment, we've got our Imperial Javelins, of course, fully masteried. And they're obviously trying to get on the tower. Haven't got A yet, but we're just, there's a lot of Javelins about at the moment, so our team is just keeping them at bay with Javelins. And they come up the other tower and come up the opposite way. I try and go for this chain dart, miss my kick. I just go, you know what, I'll leave it. Gonna leave it for this time. And they've got a strong hold on A, so that was A gone within, a few minutes. Literally, we didn't put up a single fight for it. That was fine, because B is quite hard here. We maybe could have been on it a bit for a little bit, but for some reason, it just didn't work out like that. So I'm bringing my jabs back for a little bit more ammunition. And then we're going to start getting into the fights when they get down from the wall. Just coming around here to have a little check of B, just to see what's going on. The units we've got the Imperial Javs, we've got Halberdiers and Shield Maidens, I believe, in this game. That Shield Maidens was sort of a last-minute panic choice, but I'm actually really glad I picked them, because I actually don't normally get a great game with Shield Maidens these days. But actually, it worked out really well for me. Going for a little throw here. A nice arc straight down into them. A nice few kills straight out the gates. Into a sort of scoped shot. And we managed to pick this guy up just off the side. He gets clotheslined by my jabs. Was not expecting to get that at all. Bring them in, lobbing the shields. And we're up to 28 kills from somewhere or other. Just from throwing some jabs. It's incredible. I think I have a theory that the jabs are going to become a little bit of a problem at some point, because you can't really go anywhere without jabs killing you. But they are easy enough to counter, I feel. Now I've got the Halberdiers. You probably will notice this clip if you watched my last video. This is from the Halberdier full mastery video. My last one. But this game was a really nice game, so I thought I would do a full commentary over the top of it, just because it had that really fun, competitive vibe to it, right till the end, and then something changed, and they just kind of fell off. So at this point in time, I'm just, for some reason, going back and forward, but we come and pick up the monastics, get rid of those, because I'm the only one here with anti-cav. And if you haven't seen the Halberdier video, go see it, because Halberdiers are incredible for a blue unit. And then we see these guys being quite vulnerable here. We've got Shenjis and Jav Sergeants. So we just grab a handful of those. I see the 40s coming in. I'm like, you know what, let's just take what we got from that. We got a nice amount. And we'll pull back out of there. Probably going to send these off for a little heal. Don't really need it now that they've got the mastery that every 5 hits they get 500 health back. But yeah, that is really nice. Definitely worth mastering these guys. Having a great time with them. Looking forward to having them in the blue season, 100%. Yes, I did go and take them to get healed up. And now we're just waiting for the next push. It looks like they're starting to gather up. I'm just keeping my eye on that street just behind us, just to make sure that they're not going to bring Cav down there. But it looks like they're coming up the center, and I'm going to bring the Halberdiers into the middle. And they do I remember they got wiped by some sort of invisible Treb that was a bit unfortunate. I make a terrible mistake. I should have left them exactly where they are here, and I moved them in closer, right into the spot where obviously someone's just put a Treb, and so one comes in, and then they do kill some YOLO Cav, but a Treb lands right in the middle of them. That's 9,000 health. They're not going to last very long with that. They're not the tankiest unit ever, but they are a serious contender for most useful. So I'm just throwing a few of my shurikens out there, trying to get some sort of damage on and slow some things down, but I think this is going to end for us. I don't really know why this guy's got his shield still parked there, because he's just going to end up losing them for no gain, unfortunately. But yep, time to go back to the thing. I did consider going to that supply, but I was like, that if they're rushing around the corner, you can get cut off quite easily there. So so decided to go for this one. And now we're just going to grab ourselves a lovely bit of Shield Maidens. Now, Shield Maidens, back in the day, when they first became powerful, when they got discovered about the Cover Commander, you didn't have to, you could just roam with them. There was no need to do anything else. But nowadays, what you want to do is go Cover Commander, that's fine, but keep them in spear mode. And then before you engage in combat, just do Guardian. That's the #1 ability. Managed to kick this guy and get a nice little, assist, but stop him from being on point. I see his unit here. I'm like, oh, maybe I should get it. But no, I decide that you might end up losing it somehow. So yeah, you keep them spear, and then when you decide it's time to go into combat, you want to click 1, place that on the ground, go back to Cover Commander, then switch to swords, and you'll find that that keeps these guys alive, or these girls alive, a lot longer than if you had just leave them on sword. So we've now done the Guardian, we've helped everyone out, given them a buff, and I'm trying to get in behind these shields, but unfortunately they bring another stack of shields round. I take a few losses straight out the gates, but because I've done I did the Guardian, I actually managed to keep a few of them with me. And yeah, we did lose half the stack, but we're now nicely pushing through, and now we're going to heave them off the point. This was talking about the second sort of shield bash. So we're capitalizing on their bad situation. That's always sometimes good to do, sometimes not. But in this situation, we just decided to push them all back, clear as many from retreating as possible, and we got some guy absolutely destroying with flamers, doing an incredible job. Got these monks up front here. Get this maul out of there. And yeah, a really nice little push off, and we're continuing to go. We're still going. That's incredible. I don't know, it hasn't really happened before that we've ever pushed them out this far and continued to go. Managed to pick that guy up as well. Not sure how. I've still got like 3 shield maidens with me, so I'm just mucking around with them. They're not really going to do a huge amount, but I'm still putting Guardian, because Guardian buffs, I believe it buffs everything around you, so it gives everything a bit of a defense boost. But at this point, I've decided, okay, that's enough of the shield maidens. They've had their fun. We've only got 2 left. Not really going to do too much. So it's off to get the Imperial Jabs back and see what we can pick up with those in the next thing. But yeah, whoever's running those flamers in this, I don't know if it was Temple or who it was, but they were doing an amazing job. I'm not one to be, classed as being any good with flamers. Really, really terrible, actually. But yeah, it was really cool to see. He was in the perfect situation and perfect positioning with his flamers every single time. That was really good to see. Got a little short sword here. I go in for the ult, but get kicked off. Put my shields on him. He belly flops, and to be fair to him, he does really, really well to get away. And then I just match up his movement and well, missed that one, but managed to get him down. And that was the advantage of Skylark there. I did a Skylark roll. That means he had no distance on me at all when he tried to run. That was that feels really good, and I'm so loving running Skylark. So if you're if you're a dual blades and you're maining dual blades, give Skylark a little run. Honestly, it is, especially in the shield meta, being able to ignore block, it makes such a difference. It makes such a difference. So now they're gathering up for another push. Looks like they've got shield maidens and a few things around the corners. This guy tries to do a little get a cannon up, scare him with the jabs. And it looks like they've got some Imperial Spears as well behind there. So they actually still have a good stack left. And I thought I'd have a little look and see what's outside, but there's nothing that side. So getting quite worried for this guy with the Rattans there, that just in case they come around the back. That's very likely. And then I go in for this. This guy in for a little jab kill. Get him out the game. A really, really dirty jab kill right there, but you know, that's why we like it. And then into another jab kill. So that's why jabs synergize so well with dual blades. And here I'm going to chuck a jab, but then I'm going to try and get a little shield throw in. Eventually, I'm just going to pull these back, wait for our Imperial shields to throw. And there's the flamers again. Perfect positioning, flaming everything. And now I'm going to go in for a shield throw under the cover of flame. And the damage is just incredible. Really, really nice. It's easily the best way to take down those shields with the jab throw. For some reason, it does some seriously high damage. I'm just trying to keep my guys in a little bit of a spot to help those flamers, but was quite nervous about the Treb. And here they are. Throw the shields. Boom. All of those are going to die. Kill this guy off. And yeah, it's quite nice because when you got the shield throw, you actually don't need jabs anymore. Like when you run out of jabs, more like when you run out of jabs, you've still got something to do, where before you didn't actually have any sort of... Once your jabs are gone, you were pretty, you know, not in a good place. Pick up that guy, basically steal that kill, and we're going to send these guys back and grab a few jabs. This guy tries to take out the Rattans, but looks like he got poisoned to death. Sending these guys back, and now it looks like we're going to be doing a little run around. As I said in my last video, I think there is definitely a need for a surrender button at a certain point. I think we're at the point now where a surrender button, they would probably consider pressing it, because we are we're sort of pushed them off the point. I think they're running out of units, or they're out of units now. That last push failed. That means now we are going to basically just be chasing them down for the remaining 2 minutes. So for some reason we find some shields just hiding in this corner. I'm not sure what was going on with that, but yeah, just put them in the corner there. I don't know if he had some artillery or something and had them covering him, but yeah, it was really random. So now obviously we're on the hunting game, and we are going to be roaming around trying to find the last scraps of kills left for us to pick up. This is what I call the vulture stage, where when a team dominates or finally removes all the other team's units, this is where everyone becomes vultures, and the team play goes out the window. Everybody is for themselves. You might get one great guy that leaves his units on the point. That is always advised to at least have one, even if they're peasants. Just chuck him on the last point just in case. But yeah, this is the vulture stage, and it's just going to be us all going around the city trying to just clear out anything and improve our scores. That you know, is all well and good, but yeah, I still think a surrender button would probably be quite good. Maybe if it gives us extra rewards or something, if you get to the stage where they click the surrender button, that would be quite cool. So we see this Nadachi here, and I'm in hot pursuit. This feels like something out of police camera action. And this guy's driving a Ferrari. He's pretty fast. He goes to the point, and unfortunately I miss my kick. I kind of preempted him going that way. Great little sidestep from him. We're chasing after him. Hot pursuit, and I see if I can get my jabs to potentially knock him off his horse, but didn't quite happen. And we're going to mount up again in a second, and we'll continue the chase. We're after him round the corner. He's gathered a bit of distance now. He's bobbing and weaving. For some reason, he comes back. Not sure why. My jabs try and throw him again. He misses it, and I land the kick this time. Get into the Skylark, into the ult, into the jab, and we have the perp in custody. That is, yeah, he's in handcuffs, and he is ready to be taken to court. And now we're coming down to the last 15 seconds. Everyone's basically done with killing. There's one guy just sort of moseying around over here. And I think he's going to live, though. 5 seconds left. And this is going to be it for him. Missed my kick, unfortunately, but a Maul comes and slaps him off his horse. And that is it. A really fun game. I think it was just fun because I was with 2 other guys that I speak to on a relatively regular basis, and we weren't even together in a group, so it was really nice. And then we had Touch Sama there as well. That was nice. So it was like a full streamer, YouTuber sort of group. That was really nice. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.